Let's talk goals for 2022. Or maybe not. Stick around. Welcome to the channel. My name is Morgan here at The Life of Tillmans. If this is your first time, welcome. Happy New Year. And I'm so happy to have you here in this space. I hope that while you're here, you find everything that you need, love, and enjoy right here on the channel. If you've been with me before, welcome back. It is 2022. I'm going to say that one more time. It's 2022. A few days in at that. Yeah. I'm going to talk to you about goals. My goals for this year. But first, I'm going to recap last year. I was a little overzealous in setting my goals. I wanted to change everything. Like everything. There were so many things that I wanted to do. I had all of these different categories, and it was a lot. It was a lot. And I can say that probably over 50% of those things, of the goals that were on that list, I did not achieve. I didn't. I didn't feel bad about it though. That's one thing that I feel like a lot of people don't set goals so that they don't feel bad when they don't achieve them, which is realistic. I get it. If you set out to do something and you look back a year later and you're no further along than when you started, that can definitely be discouraging. However, I'm a firm believer in setting goals because it helps us to know what direction we're going in. I challenged myself and I put all of those goals down, and I had major goals. Like I was going to read a book a month and tons of other things. That's one of the things that stood out to me because I don't even think I completed, for me, just for me, 3 books last year. I read tons of books to the girls and with the girls, read alouds and all of that. But as far as books just for me, no. I tried several, and it just was not the season for me to read like that. So I say all that to say that when I look back on 2021, goals aside, it was a tough year, but it was a good year. It was a year of growth, a year of really finding me and overcoming challenges. I don't know if you recall, but last year, just after the first of the year, I had just had knee surgery. And I had all of these goals. There were tons of things that I was like, I am going to do this. I've had this surgery, like I'm ready to go. And the year before that, I had had hip surgery. So I'm just like, I'm doing this. I'm ready. But I wasn't ready. I still needed mental time to prepare myself. And I also needed to physically just relax, which is something that I really have not done. In a good way. Now, I've relaxed in that I wasn't physically active, that type of thing, but I wasn't relaxing myself with the goal of being able to make myself better. So when I look back on all of that, I think about how I was completely overwhelmed at the start of 2021 with surgery and how I was going to manage that, and my husband traveling and taking care of 3 children. But yet I set all of these goals and I was like gung-ho, I'm going to do it. I'm a task type of person. Give me a list of things and I am going to knock it out. However, I also am very specific with how to get to those goals. So when you think about that, if your goal has a goal, which has goals, which has goals, that is where the overwhelm comes in. And I was not able to push past that. All in all, it was still a good year. It was a year for growth. And here I am at the start of 2022 feeling ready, ready to take things on. However, I have a new approach to it, which is much needed. And that approach is that my goals are not going to have goals and have goals and goals and goals. Okay. I still have categories that I am wanting to work on. I have 4 and I'm going to share those with you. And then up under those categories, I have a few things that I'm going to work on, a few that I'm going to focus on. Some of them I only have one thing because it gets overwhelming and we can't change everything about ourselves and everything about our lives in one year. Number one, we also can't change all of those things at one time. It's too much. It's just not possible. When you try to juggle too many things, you're going to drop something. When you're focused on too many things, everything is not going to get 100%. I have learned that, and it's a growth process because it's hard. It's hard to come to that realization that you're not able to be superwoman and do it all and change it all and make everything better and perfect. Nothing will ever be perfect, but it's a mindset and it's an adjustment. So I have adjusted my goals and I am ready, and I have already started on these. I'm also one of those people that I come with my goals after the first of the year, because I need to get through the first of the year and really marinate on those and soak them all up and pray over them and be realistic with them and check some things off of the list because we get excited and we get that pen out and we're like, yes, I'm going to do this. Yes, 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 yes. And I have to come back and I have to look at those. Yeah, let me take that off. Let me take this off. Let me table that. So that's me. So that's why I'm here with goals 2022, 4 or 5 days into the year, but my goals have been being worked on. Here are my 4 goal categories. I have personal, family, homeschool, and YouTube. This channel gets its own goal, which it kind of falls under homeschool, but I set it off to the side. So yeah, let's get started. Number 1, in my personal goals, I have 3 things that I have already been working on. They were things that I was working on last year. Let me go back to and say that I don't have a word for the year, for this year. My word is really just going to stay the same, which is my homeschool year word, which is intentional. I found that anytime that word popped up in my mind, it gave me a drive to go get it, a focus, a reason. So with everything I do, whether I'm choosing curriculum or I'm getting on my exercise bike or I'm going grocery shopping, reading a Bible lesson, talking on the phone to a friend, spending time with my children, my husband, whatever it is, I am being intentional. That means that that action at that moment has a purpose. What is that specific purpose? And the reason why for me intentional is this like free flowing type of thing, because it changes from whatever the activity is, whatever you're doing, whatever your focus is. As long as you're intentional and you know why and what your end goal for that thing is, it will work. That has been a huge staple in my life. It started with our homeschool for the 2021-2022 school year, but also last year, January, around this time, I set a goal to be intentional with getting on my goals. Now, I still had to mark some things off and drop the ball on a few things, but when I really got focused on what it was that I needed to really work on and wanted to work on, I was intentional, and those things have been doing well. I have been doing well in those areas. So intentional, I guess we'll say, is my word. It's going to stay there forever. I'm never going to release being intentional. Being intentional helps me to be consistent. Being intentional helps me to get things done. Being intentional helps me to grow relationships and exercise or whatever else I have. So if we're going to stamp a word for ever in my life, it's going to be intentional. Stamped, signed, sealed, delivered. Okay, back to my categories. So for personal, I have 3 things under the personal category that I'm working on. Number 1 is physical fitness. I am about to crush this game of physical fitness. Now, it may take me longer than a year, but that's okay. I've been working on it really hard since May. I'm going to pat myself on the back because I've done well. I have dropped a total of 34.4 pounds and I'm still going, and it feels really good. I'm going to keep up my physical fitness goals. Now, this is not just a weight goal for me. This is a goal where I want to be in a physical shape that I have never achieved in my entire life. That is a big deal. However, it's different. I have been runner fit. And when I say runner fit, I have run marathons. Yes, 26.2 miles. I have run half marathons. It was nothing in my younger days even after having children, for me to get up and run 6 miles a day, 4 or 5 days a week. Just a normal part of my physical activity. Not one time throughout that process did I do any strength training. I didn't focus on that. No ab work, none of that type of stuff, okay? No meditation, no yoga, no stretching, major, nothing. It was just, I'm gonna get out here and I'm gonna run. So was I healthy? Yes. But that's not the type of physical fitness that I want now. I want to go beyond that. So that is my goal. It is major. I am doing it. I'm gonna get there. I'm going to get there. You just hang on and watch. It's going to happen. And I would love for some of you amazing people, not just some, all of you, to join me in achieving the greatest physical health and fitness that you have ever been in your entire lives. That is number 1 under personal. Number 2 under personal, 15 minutes a day of reading. Any book, leisurely book. Right now, I am currently reading The 4 Agreements. I don't know. I'm going to say that it's a little controversial because I've gotten good and bad reviews about the book, or not necessarily bad, but people didn't like the direction that it was going in. But so far I'm captivated, and it takes a lot to captivate me when it comes to reading. I'm captivated by this book and the improvements or the outlook that we have on the things that we were taught and raised to do as children. So I am gung-ho on this book. 15 minutes a day. That probably seems like a drop in the hat to many people. But for me, it is sometimes a struggle to get that 15 minutes a day in. But I'm going to get it in. I've already been doing it. It has been amazing. It's become a part of my morning routine after my workout. 15 minutes a day of reading. I'm going at my own pace and it's working. Number 3, and the last thing under personal for me, is being consistent with daily Bible study. I would hit Bible study 4-5 days a week, but I want it to be a part of my everyday. And this is not Bible study that I do with the girls as a part of our curriculum, because we do that every day that we do school. This is me on a personal journey, studying every single day instead of trying to cram in 3 days in 1 day. I have specific lessons lined out that I am following as a part of a Bible study group, and it's so amazing. These women are great. It is really, really the community that I felt like I needed, and I'm enjoying it. But I want to make sure that I commit every single day to doing it. And it's only maybe about 15 or 20 minutes a day. So I'm going to continue with the 15 or 20 minutes a day of my Bible lesson. Those are the 3 things that I'm doing. Under my physical fitness, I have certain things that I'm doing, but that's it. As far as personal, that's working on me. It's helping me mind, body, and soul. Everything from head to toe. What more can you ask for? I mean, that's it. All right. So category number 2, which is a family. I have one family goal with points underneath it as to how we're going to achieve it. But we want expanded financial freedom / space. I want to create more space for financial freedom within our home. We have a few action steps, and just one of those is making sure that we get on a budget and stay on a budget. I'm huge on budgets, but over the last 6 or 7 months, we've kind of just been free for all in it, which it's been great. I mean, I can't deny it, but it's not leaving us the room that we need to be able to achieve some of the family things that we want to do, like vacations once a year. Just whatever. Home remodel. We want to do that, and we want to do it financially free. Free from additional bondage. And so those are some of the goals up under financial space / more financial freedom within our home. And every day I'm intentional with spending time with my family, my husband, and our girls. That is always a goal, but it's not something that I put on this goal list because I know that's a part of who I am. It's built in me. That's what we do. And so the financial aspect of it is something that needs to be right there, visible to where I know where we're going with that. That's it. Under family goal, That is it. We are able to achieve those things. All the other things that go along with our family are just going to fall into place. So there we have it. Okay. And category number 3, which is homeschool. Believe it or not, I don't have any homeschool goals. I don't have any, because we are being intentional in our homeschool, and that has what has been working for us. So if I was to say anything about a goal under homeschool, it's to be intentional. With every curriculum that I pull off, intentionality. With every game that we pull out, being intentional. With every nature walk we take, every science project, it is to simply be intentional. What is the purpose? What are we getting from this? How are we growing from it? That has been the staple, as I said before, in our homeschool for this entire homeschool year, and it has worked. It has worked with helping us be consistent. There are some areas where I'm not consistent. There are some areas where I'm not consistent. But being intentional and making sure that those things that I'm not consistent in are still serving a purpose within our homeschool and within our lives is where I'm evaluating that. Because sometimes we get into these routines and we continue to do things, but they're really not serving a purpose for us anymore. So making sure that those things are still serving a purpose will help me to be intentional and stay focused in our homeschool. We are cruising right now. We're doing good. Homeschool life is good. Now we have struggles. We definitely have struggles. The first day back for 2022 was a struggle. It was the longest day that I think we've ever had when it came to homeschool. But that's just what happens. Everybody's been in a groove. We're all tired. We've been staying up late, getting up early, partying. No, not really, but just doing whatever we want. So now we're getting back into that groove. So it was a little bit of an adjustment, but we made it. We're doing great. So we're being intentional. Being intentional. That's it for our homeschool, guys. Everything is intentional, and that's how we're moving forward with that. YouTube, I first want to say thank you to each and every subscriber here. Everyone here in this space, we hit 1K before the new year, like a couple of weeks, I believe, before the new year. You guys are amazing. There is no way that the life of Tillmans would exist in this space if it were not for you. So thank you so very much. Thank you. We reached that goal. That was a goal that I had for the channel for 2021. And now I have to set new goals. But ultimately, my goal for this YouTube channel is to continue providing you with substantial, meaty, what you need content and what you want content on this channel. I pray that every single time I put up a video, it enriches someone's life, whether it's one person or 1,000. To enrich someone's life is my only goal here for this space. And I want to continue to build relationships. I have developed some amazing relationships through YouTube. Did I ever think that that would happen? No, I'm not an online meet kind of girl, but I have definitely grown into one. And those people, and you know who you are, have blessed our lives. And I am so grateful to have them. So grateful to have them. Connections that were completely unexpected at all. I just can't even, I don't know. That's where I am with that, y'all. It's been amazing. So thank you. Thank you so much for seeing something that you want to stay subscribed to this channel and that you want to communicate with me and email me and follow us over on Instagram and message me there. I have people that send me emails like of pictures of their families and everyday things that they're doing, and just chatting, like friendships that are growing and being nurtured just in this space. So my only goal for the YouTube channel is to continue to be here and grow, and hopefully someone can get something from the videos that are posted here. And I am getting something amazing from you guys when you reach out, when you communicate with me, and we are developing and growing friendships and relationships that I never thought would be possible. So that's it, guys. That is it for my 2022 goals. A weight has truly been lifted. That list from last year, I was like, what were you thinking? So that's where I am with our goals. I'm happy. I'm excited about what this year is going to bring, about what our family is going to be able to do with all of this additional financial freedom that we're about to have. I am speaking it all into existence, every bit of it. And I'm doing the same for you too. Down in the comments, what is your big, amazing goal that you have set for 2022 so that I can pray over it and help you achieve it? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Welcome to the new year. I hope that you are even more excited than I am to hit the ground running with achieving all that you desire. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell, and I will see you right back here at The Life of Tillmans for another video next time. Bye guys.